Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of the Ambitious Coach Podcast. Yay, I'm so excited. So since I know you're somebody who's looking to move fast and make things happen in this coaching world, I wanted to start off by giving you some strategy and some clarity around your next steps. So I'm always going to try to give you things that you can implement after these episodes. I really do want you seeing growth and seeing it fast. So in today's episode, I want to share with you something that really felt like a game changer for me in my business. It is definitely an overlooked strategy, and I wanted to shed some light on it today. So to give you a little bit of context, a little over 2 years ago, I started implementing this one thing inside my coaching business. And this is when I really started seeing more clients come to me. And it all stemmed from a collaboration. One collaboration. I used someone else's built-in audience and gave, well, I would say a mind-blowing presentation. This one collaboration truly connected me to my ideal clients. And it really just gave them a taste for what it could be like to get coached by me. However, this wasn't something that happened to me. It was something that I created. I got the guts and I had to ask them, hey, can I do a presentation for your group of people that could really help them in a significant way? Obviously, that wasn't the exact message, but I gave them a rundown of how this presentation could really benefit their audience. And, you might ask, how did this all transpire? Well, I paid attention. I saw a big gap between coaches getting certified and then actually building a business with a full roster of clients. There are so many coaches who have the knowledge and the wisdom to coach and coach really, really well, but they just lack experience with actual coaching and seeing real income from their efforts of getting certified. They lack the sales and marketing plan or even that strategy, and they just don't really know how to build or set up that foundation of their business. They're totally winging it. But by the way, we all wing it at the beginning. I know I definitely did. And just to share my little piece of that is, I got certified. And when I got certified, I made this post on social media that was like, hello, I am now a certified life coach. And I just thought by me posting once on social media, or even just a few times, that I was going to make so much money. Well, guess what? Weeks and months went by and I wasn't making money yet. I was lucky that I did set up free coaching calls, and that just got me that experience of coaching and just feeling good about my coaching style. But once again, I wasn't seeing any money coming in. And I obviously, because I didn't have a ton of confidence, I wasn't asking these people to pay me. And now looking back on it, I'm like, what was I thinking? Why didn't I just say, hey, would you want to continue having these calls? And this is how much it costs, right? But I was really afraid to sell. I didn't want to come off as salesy or slimy, all those things. I was just afraid to talk about money overall. I will dive a ton more into this stuff in coming episodes because I know it'll help you in your coaching journey too. So if you're feeling that way right now, but it's such a crappy feeling when you just get certified and you aren't making any money. And let's be real, there's just a lot of people out there right now that don't even know someone like you exists. And if you know me, I had a sales and marketing background. So sales was semi-natural to me. I just wasn't super confident in sharing my new life coaching services yet to everybody. Luckily, I took a few business courses, hired a coach, and guess what happened? Bam, I got myself some clients, right? However, no one actually touched on this one piece though. And any business course that I have taken, they rarely talk about collaborations. And I won't lie, before this collaboration, I had already worked with many one-on-one clients and just multiple people did go through my business coaching program. If you haven't worked with clients yet though, it is totally fine. This is still going to work. Okay. Have faith. It will just take this one little extra piece, which is that confidence and belief inside yourself that you can help people, that you can transform someone's life. And the reason I say this is because you may have this fear of asking for a collaboration because you think, I don't have that experience yet, or I don't have enough education or knowledge, or why would someone say yes to me? Like, what are they going to get out of this? Well, listen, we all have to start somewhere. We all need to get in front of people for, well, I guess 2 reasons: that they know that you exist, and number 2, that they can actually buy from you, right? And the more people that know who you are and what you're all about, the easier it will be to close more clients and actually see the income grow in your business. So going back to collaborations, you may be like, please explain more about what this really means. What is a collaboration? Well, this particular collaboration was to share more about my sales and marketing framework to this certification program. I gave a free presentation that was super jam-packed with value, and I let people ask me questions. I literally was just an open book. I was able to share more about me and my services as well. And you may ask, how did this benefit the other person and that program particularly, right? That certification program. Well, there are so many certification programs out there that maybe, you want to be a marriage coach, a relationship coach, a life coach, a breath work facilitator, a sleep consultant, a fitness or nutrition coach. There are so many certifications out there right now, and they're lacking a lot of the business stuff. Like, how do I make money after I get certified? So I saw this gap. And so the person that was leading the certification program, or any certification program, they don't really specialize in business or sales and marketing, even though they probably have or did have a really successful business. This person's passion lies with what they truly love, which is whatever that certification is all about. You feel me? So I always like to believe that this person on the other end is already abundant and wants to share that energy with the world. And when I say like, hey, I see that there's a big gap and I want to make all your students and alumni wildly successful, it makes them look good. It makes their students feel supported during their experience inside their program. So this one collaboration in just a few days had brought me in $10,000. And I still get clients from this one certification program. I haven't done the official math, but it's probably between like $50,000 to $75,000 just from this one collaboration. So even though for me, my primary target was certification programs, you may be like a relationship coach and you aren't targeting certification programs. So who would you set up a collaboration with? So I want you to think, who has an audience that is filled with people who may need your help right now? Where do people go when they're struggling in a relationship? I think it's important that we get very, very super specific. Okay. So who will be contacting you? So who's hiring you as this relationship coach? Is it moms who are divorced? 30 something single women looking for a husband? Maybe women in marriages that they just lost that spark. So all these type of women will be hanging out in different places. I'll just give you an example. So if you're really going to be heavily focused on moms who are divorced, well, maybe you can collaborate with an online divorce attorney or someone who specializes in communication and support during custody battles. And if you're helping single 30-something women, well, she may be already really successful in her career. She's also probably very busy, almost maybe too busy. Okay. So maybe she listens to podcasts on her way to work, or maybe she's listening to Audible books that, when she's getting ready for work in the morning, or when she's getting ready to go out with her girlfriends. So she may be listening to books that are about spiritual development or just personal development. She's like reading books about raising her vibration and really connecting with her higher self. She might be going to meditation and yoga classes. All right. Do you feel me on this? So that 30 something maybe looking so different from the 20-year-old, if that makes sense. So when we get very specific on who we're helping, it's much, much easier to figure out where they're hanging out. So think about the day-to-day of your ideal client, okay? It's sometimes not so obvious, but it's important you do the research and you get curious, okay? If you know someone who fits this bill of your ideal client, ask them more questions about where they're hanging out online. What blogs or podcasts are their favorite? What books are they reading? Who are their favorite people to follow on Instagram? Imagine if you set up a collaboration every month, or let's be real, every week. This could be something you do every single week, multiple times a week, okay? One person and their audience can literally change your whole business, your whole life. I truly believe that there are endless opportunities for you when you decide to go after them. I didn't want to wait for clients to come to me. All right. You're probably feeling that right now too. You don't want to wait for clients to come to you. So go to them. All right. So once again, get curious. Where are your ideal clients hanging out? How can you get in front of them? Where do they go to learn and get resources? So to get more specific on what kind of collaborations that you can do, collaborations can look like full webinars like I did for that certification program, but it could be like podcast interviews, Instagram lives, Facebook group lives, in-person seminars, wherever they invite their community to hang out, that's where you need to also be. Okay. So the topic, I want it to be really easy and fun for you. Okay. So don't stress yourself out by talking about something that doesn't have any interest in you. Like, talking about cars when you clearly love talking about boats. Okay. So keep the topic relevant to your offers and to your programs, and don't agree on a topic that just isn't natural or fun for you. Okay. And I really want you knowing and having this belief that there are people out there right now looking for someone like you. They want help and might not even know someone like you exists. They may be wondering, where is my savior? Where is my person? All right. They're on Instagram right now, searching for somebody like you. They're watching people's videos. This could be you. Okay. And there are clients and enough people out there for everybody, for all of us. Every coach can have a full roster of clients if they want. So believe that someone is out there looking for you right now. And I always like to tell my clients that being visible is one of the hardest parts of growing an online business. It's uncomfortable and can be difficult getting over those mental, scary mindset blocks. But listen, you are now a business owner. You want to make money and grow your business to 10K and beyond, right? You must start thinking more like an entrepreneur. You will have to do things you've never done before. You will have to do things that are a bit scary. Well, let's be real, super scary. And I know you have it in you to do it. You have it in you to ask and share your expertise with the world. So step into your power and fully believe that your life can change so fast once you implement this little thing every single month. So if you haven't added collaborations into your business strategy, well, you're going to add it in today. All right. Message somebody today. Ask somebody if they could use someone like you to help their audience in some way. You are one conversation from getting your next client. It is time to take action and see those results that you really envision for yourself. In these next few weeks of my podcast launch, I will be offering free business strategy calls. Okay. So on these calls, I will help you understand what your next steps are and give you some clarity on how to get more clients for your online coaching business. So if this interests you, check out the show notes and book your free call with me today. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in next week's episode. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at AllisonHenderson_coach. That's ALLISON Henderson_coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.